Every day, we rely on small pieces of technology to carry us through work, travel, and downtime. Some blend into the background, while others quietly earn their place through reliability and thoughtful design. This video looks at tools that fit naturally into everyday life, not because they demand attention, but because they work when needed, without interruption. Wearable technology succeeds when it adds information without overwhelming perception. The inmo AIR3 Smart AR Glasses approach augmented reality as an overlay rather than a replacement, keeping the real world intact while introducing contextual data where it's useful. In real use, the display sits lightly within the field of view, allowing information to be accessed without breaking awareness of surroundings. The form remains balanced on the face, supporting extended wear without discomfort or constant adjustment. Over time, interaction feels less like using a device and more like referencing a tool. Checked briefly, then set aside mentally. In emerging tech, designs that respect attention and restraint often define how comfortably innovation integrates into daily life. Data storage becomes critical when files stop being temporary. Projects grow, archives expand, and access needs to remain consistent across devices and locations. The UGREEN NAS DXP 480T Plus approaches storage as infrastructure rather than accessory, providing a centralized system built around speed and reliability. In real use, the all-flash SSD design delivers fast access without the mechanical noise or latency of traditional drives, supporting smooth workflows for editing, backups, and file sharing. The system operates steadily in the background, allowing data to remain available without constant oversight. Over time, it becomes less about capacity and more about continuity, keeping work organized, protected, and accessible. In modern digital setups, storage that behaves predictably often becomes the foundation everything else depends on. Portable work setups demand tools that adapt quickly without sacrificing familiarity. Typing and navigation are instinctive actions, and when devices interrupt that instinct, productivity slows. A foldable keyboard and mouse address that need by offering a compact form that unfolds into something immediately recognizable. In use, the transition from packed to functional feels deliberate, allowing work to resume without recalibration. Key spacing and cursor control remain consistent enough to support extended use, not just short tasks. Over time, these tools become part of a mobile routine, used in cafes, travel, or temporary workspaces without friction. In flexible workflows, input devices that preserve familiarity while reducing bulk often make movement feel less disruptive. Carrying technology through daily movement introduces a different kind of responsibility. Devices need protection not just from weather, but from impact, access, and constant handling. The BANGE men's anti-theft backpack is built around that reality, offering structured storage that keeps gear organized and controlled rather than loosely packed. In real use, compartments separate electronics from daily items, reducing pressure points and accidental damage during movement. The anti-theft design elements add reassurance without changing how the backpack is used, allowing travel to remain fluid rather than cautious. Over time, the bag becomes less about security features and more about confidence, supporting routine movement through busy environments without demanding attention. In everyday tech carry, equipment that protects quietly often proves more valuable than anything designed to stand out. Clean performance depends on maintenance that happens before problems appear. Dust builds gradually inside keyboards, ports, and vents, often without immediate signs. The Gulu F3 compressed air duster addresses that slow buildup with controlled airflow rather than force. In use, it delivers consistent pressure that removes debris without scattering it unpredictably or introducing moisture. This precision makes it suitable for sensitive electronics, where care matters more than speed. Over repeated sessions, the duster becomes part of routine upkeep rather than a corrective tool. Devices stay cleaner, airflow remains unobstructed, and performance remains stable longer. In tech environments, maintenance tools that encourage regular use often protect longevity more effectively than any single upgrade. Modern workspaces rely on connection as much as computation. As devices multiply, access points become limited, and workflow slows when expansion isn't seamless. The Sabrent 4-port USB 3.0 hub approaches this challenge with simplicity, extending connectivity without altering setup or behavior. In real use, it provides stable data transfer across multiple devices, allowing peripherals to function simultaneously without interruption. The hub integrates into a workspace quietly, without drawing attention or requiring configuration. Over time, it becomes part of the infrastructure, something that's only noticed when it's absent. In everyday tech setups, tools that remove friction without changing habits often become essential through consistency alone. Nordic Leather Desk Mat Cable Organizer. Workspaces function best when friction is removed quietly. Cables, devices, and small tools tend to drift over time, creating subtle distractions that interrupt focus. The Nordic Leather Desk Mat Cable Organizer addresses that reality by introducing structure without rigidity. In real use, it defines a working surface that keeps essentials in place while allowing natural movement across the desk. The leather surface feels stable and intentional, reducing noise and visual clutter while protecting the space beneath. Cable channels guide connections without forcing them into fixed paths, which helps maintain order without constant adjustment. Over time, the mat becomes part of routine rather than decor, supporting a workspace that stays calm, consistent, and ready for long sessions without demanding attention. Control devices shape how interaction feels long before performance is measured. In gaming and everyday use, responsiveness and comfort matter more than novelty. The 8BitDo Ultimate Gaming Controller is designed with that understanding, offering a familiar layout that supports extended sessions without strain. In real use, inputs register predictably, allowing movement and timing to feel natural rather than forced. The controller balances weight and grip in a way that reduces fatigue, which becomes noticeable over longer play periods. Over time, it fades into the background, letting attention stay on the experience rather than the device. In interactive technology, tools that disappear through consistency often earn the longest trust. Timekeeping in shared or working spaces is most effective when it's clear without being intrusive. The Mashi digital wall clock approaches this role with restraint, presenting information in a way that's easy to read at a glance without dominating the room. In real use, the display remains legible across different lighting conditions, supporting awareness without drawing focus away from ongoing tasks. The clock holds position quietly on the wall, providing reference rather than interruption. Over time, it becomes part of the environment's rhythm, helping structure the day without reminding you of its presence. In everyday spaces, tools that support awareness without demanding it often feel the most natural. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up with more videos like this. More gear reviews coming soon.